So far, in this chapter on coordinate geometry, we have studied about the coordinate plane, how to calculate the distance between 2 points, what is the internal sectional division formula and the external sectional division formula, and based on this division formula, we have seen how to calculate the coordinates of centroid, circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter, and the excenters of any triangle. In this chapter, we are going to see how to calculate the area of any triangle when the coordinates of its three vertices are given. So without even finding the altitude or the sides of any triangle, we can directly calculate the area of any triangle. But how? That's something we are going to study in this lecture. So without wasting any moment, let's begin. So let's try to see how to actually find out the area of a triangle. Now let us say that we have a triangle ABC. A, B and C are the three vertices of this triangle. And let us say that this is the altitude drawn from the vertex A to the side BC. Also, let us say that the length of BC is P. So in this case, the area of triangle is given by the formula area equal to 1 by 2 into B into H. Here B is the base and H is the height of the altitude. So area of any triangle is equal to 1 by 2 into B into H. Now, if we say that we have any triangle ABC and let us say that the length of BC is equal to A units, length of CA is equal to B units, and the length of AB is equal to C units. So in this triangle ABC, we have BC equal to A units, AC equal to B units, and AB equal to C units. So what is the area in this case? The area is equal to under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Now this formula is known as Heron's formula. Here S is equal to A plus B plus C by 2 and is known as the semi-perimeter. So the area of any triangle with the lengths as A, B and C units is given by A is equal to under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Your S is known as the semi-perimeter and is equal to A plus B plus C by 2. So these are the formulas which we have already studied in our previous classes. But now, if we have a triangle ABC where A has the coordinates as x1, y1, B has the coordinates as x2, y2 and C has the coordinates as x3, y3, then what is the area in this case? Here we have been given the coordinates of the vertices of any triangle. Now how to calculate the area of such a triangle? So this is something we are going to explore in this lecture. So let us look at the famous theorem which helps us to find out the area of any triangle. So it says that the area of a triangle, the coordinates of whose vertices are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 is given by 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So this is the formula which helps us to find the area of any triangle with the coordinates as x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. Now we know what's the formula for finding the area of any triangle. But how did we arrive at this formula? So let's see the proof of this theorem. Now let us say that this is the coordinate axis, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis and this point represents the origin. Now let us say that ABC is any triangle. Here the coordinates of A are x1, y1, coordinates of B are x2, y2 and the coordinates of C are x3, y3. Now what are we going to do next? Let us draw a perpendicular from the point P on the x-axis and let us say that it intersects the x-axis at the point M. So BM is the perpendicular drawn from the vertex P on the x-axis. Similarly, from the point A, we draw a perpendicular on the x-axis and let us say that it intersects at the point L. So AL becomes the perpendicular drawn from the vertex A on the x-axis. And similarly, from the point C, we draw another perpendicular intersecting the x-axis at the point N. So CN, AL and BM are the perpendiculars on the x-axis. Now let us consider this trapezium ABML. Similarly, consider this trapezium ACLN and also this trapezium ACNM. Now what's so special about these trapeziums? If we look at this figure closely, we'll see that the area of triangle ABC is equal to the area of trapezium ABML plus the area of trapezium ALNC minus the area of trapezium BMNC. So, this is the triangle ABC with the vertex as A, B and C and the coordinates of which are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. And BM, AL and CN are the perpendiculars drawn from these vertices. Now, the area of triangle ABC is equal to the area of trapezium ABML, this trapezium ABML, plus the area of trapezium ALNC, this trapezium ALNC, minus the area of trapezium BMNC. Now the trapezium BMNC is this trapezium. So the area of this triangle is given by this formula. Now, let us say that this sign denotes the area of triangle ABC. Then area would be equal to 1 by 2 into BM plus AL into ML plus 1 by 2 into AL plus CN into LN minus 1 by 2 into BM plus CN into MN. Yet this denotes the area of trapezium ABML. Similarly, this denotes the area of trapezium ALNC and also this denotes the area of trapezium BMNC. Now we also know that the area of any quantity is always positive. So this expression must have a positive value. Therefore, to make it positive, we take a modulus sign. Therefore, area of triangle would be equal to modulus of 1 by 2 into y2 plus y1 into x1 minus x2 plus 1 by 2 into y1 plus y3 into x3 minus x1 minus 1 by 2 into y2 plus y3 into x3 minus x2. Here this expression represents the area of trapezium ABML. This represents the area of trapezium ALNC and this expression represents the area of trapezium BCNM. Now here we see that BM is equal to y2, AL is equal to y1. Similarly, ML, which is this distance, would be equal to x1 minus x2. Similarly, AL is equal to y1 and CN is equal to y3. Also, LN would be equal to x3 minus x1. Similarly, we see that BM is equal to y2 and CN is equal to y3. Also, MN is equal to x3 minus x2. So, we get this expression. Now, this could be further written as area equal to modulus of 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 plus y1 minus y1 minus y3 plus x2 into minus y2 minus y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus x3 into y1 plus y3 minus y2 minus y3. When we solve it further, here again we see that y1 and y1 gets cancelled in this expression. Here y2 and y2 gets cancelled and here y3 and y3 gets cancelled. So what we get is the final answer as area of triangle ABC equal to 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So this represents the area of triangle ABC and hence we have proved this theorem. Now let's try to see the algorithm to find the area of any triangle. So one can use the above formula which we have studied. Also there is one more procedure to find the area of any triangle. So what does this algorithm says? The first step is write the coordinates of the vertices A, which is x1 y1, B x2 y2 and C x3 y3 in 3 columns and augment the coordinates of A x1 y1 as a 4th column. So what we do in the first step is we draw 4 columns. In the first column we write the coordinates of vertex A. In the second column we write the coordinates of vertex B, and in the third column we write the coordinates of vertex C, and in the fourth column we again write the coordinates of vertex A. So let us say that this is the first column in which we write the coordinates of vertex A, x1, y1. In the second column we write the coordinates of vertex B, which is x2, y2. In the third column we write the coordinates of C, which is x3, y3. Also we we draw a fourth column in which we again write the coordinates of vertex A. So this represents the coordinates of vertex A, this is coordinates of vertex B, this is coordinates of vertex C, and this is again the coordinates of vertex A. Now in the second step, draw broken parallel lines pointing downwards from left to right and right to left. So we draw a broken line this way from x1 to y2. Again we draw a line from x2 to y3. Also we draw a line from x3 to y1. Again what we do is we draw a line from x2 to y1. We draw a line from x3 to y2, and we draw a line from x1 to y3. So this represents a line from left to right, and this represents a line from right to left. So in this way we draw broken parallel lines pointing downwards from left to right and right to left. These lines are pointing downwards. Now in the third step, compute the sum of the products of numbers at the ends of the lines pointing downwards from left to right, and subtract from this sum the sum of the products of numbers at the ends of the lines pointing downward from right to left. That is, what we do is we compute this value x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y1 minus x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x1 y3. Now this is nothing but x1 y2 is the product of these two numbers x1 y2. Similarly, x2 y3 is the product of these two numbers, and x3 y1 is the product of these two numbers. So we multiply these two numbers, and we multiply these two numbers and add them together. Now what is x2 y1? x2 y1 is the product of these numbers, x3 y2 is the product of these numbers, and x1 y3 is the product of these numbers. So again we multiply them and we add them together, and we write them in this way. So finally what we do is we subtract this expression from this expression, and in the fourth and final step what we do is find the absolute of the number obtained in step 3 and take its half to obtain the area. So whatever value we get in step 3, we take the absolute value or the positive value of this expression, and then what we do is we multiply this value by 1 by 2, or we just make it half. So the resultant value is the area of triangle ABC with the coordinates as x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3. So this is the algorithm to find the area of any triangle ABC. Now there are certain important points we need to remember. The first is, to find the area of a polygon, we divide it in triangles and take the numerical value of area of each of these triangles. So if we are to find the area of any polygon and we have been given the coordinates of its vertices, now how to find the area of this polygon? What we do is we divide this polygon into a number of triangles, and then we individually find the area of such triangles and add them together. For example, let us say that ABCDE is a polygon. Now this is a pentagon which has 5 sides. Now what we do is we draw a line from A to D. Again we draw a line from B to D. Thus we see that we have divided the area of this pentagon into 3 parts, or into 3 triangles. So the area of this triangle AET plus the area of this triangle ABD plus the area of this triangle DBC together constitute the area of the polygon ABCDE. Now if we have been given 3 points, A with the coordinates as x1 y1, B with the coordinates as x2 y2 and C with the coordinates as x3 y3, then these 3 points are collinear if the area of triangle ABC is equal to 0. So we know that if the 3 points are collinear or they lie in a straight line, then we cannot form a triangle using these 3 points. And so if a triangle is not formed, then the area would be equal to 0. Now we also know the formula of finding the area. The coordinates of the 3 vertices are given. Therefore we equate it to 0 and get the condition as x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2 should be equal to 0. So if we have been given 3 points and this condition holds, then we can definitely say that the 3 points are collinear or they lie in a straight line.